Hi, my name's Katie McBride, and this is this week's session of Index Meets. I'm really fortunate today to be speaking with Vera Dieckmann. She has been the leading design director for various major and prestigious design companies and hospitality companies, so such as Marriott Holdings, Raffles, Matteo Toon Studio, as well as DWP. She has worked on really major projects across the Middle East as well as internationally. She's now founder and director of her own company, Atelier. So I'm really delighted to be speaking with you today. So thank you so much, Vera, for joining us.
Hello, hi, welcome. Nice to be with you. So thank you for having me, and thanks for the invitation and being part of your 10 minutes interview. Okay.
So. Absolutely. Well, I suppose first question to ask. So how did you get into this industry?
So it's very easy. I actually wanted to study art. I wanted to be a painter. And based on the fact that my mum is an artist, my father was not so happy about the fact that I would like to go to be a painter, an artist, something crazy. So he thought, like, that's quite breadless and will not bring me any kind of money into my pocket or food on the table. So he actually said, like, oh, I would like you to maybe study something else. And then I was a bit, okay, something needs to be created, so what do we do? So, and then I applied while I still graduated from school. I applied for the University for Architecture. And I got the place. So then I ended up as an architect. So I'm actually an architect. I'm an engineer. So that's my full title. So I graduated as engineer of architecture. And based on the fact that 23 years ago, no one wanted to hire a female architect who looks like an intern. And so I ended up being on the interior side of the projects, except of building the houses. So, and then it was more and more, and then I moved towards the hospitality companies, and that's how it developed. So that's it. That's where I ended up there.
That's really interesting.
And now it moves more and more back into art. So because we also produce artworks and we produce products, and now it comes a bit together. So we also represented by a gallery now, just shortly. So we have a gallery in Belgium which represents our products and our artworks. So now it's out of a sudden I'm actually an artist. So I made it, but it's a long way. It's a 23-year turnaround.
I mean, everything kind of comes round back on itself, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I suppose then on that note, then what piece of music or what soundtrack do you have currently on repeat at the moment?
It's actually the Zombies. It's The Time of the Season. It's a quite old song.
Yeah,
it's a bit like hippie style, kind of.
Absolutely.
Or I like also Painted Black from the Stones.
Okay, good choices. Solid choices there. Okay, so what's the most motivational or inspirational thing that anyone's ever said to you?
It's very easy, actually. First of all, it's rejection. I think someone said once to me, okay, this is not you're gonna make it, or that you're not good enough. That's quite motivating for me. Actually, when someone says you can't do it, that's actually pushes me a lot. It triggers massively. And another thing is just last week I received a little video from my teenage daughter. I have a daughter and she lives in Asia, so we haven't seen for a long while now. And she sent me a video note saying like that she's so proud of me and what I do, and that's one of my biggest strengths, and she loves so much and she admires and she wants to have this too, that there's nothing which literally can stop me. So, and that's I found very very, very, very motivating. And it's very cool to be, first of all, for a teenage daughter, quite of an idol and a role model, because it's not so easy.
That's amazing. I love that. That's brilliant. Tell me, what is your favourite piece of furniture in your house, or that you own?
Okay. Yes. So currently all my furniture are stored because I am just moving and the virus stopped me. So that's a problem. So everything is in a warehouse. My current piece, or my favorite piece, it's not really furniture, it's my suitcase. So we have a very strong relationship, we both, me and my remover. And otherwise it's my art. I'm very much into art. And I have quite a lot of original pieces, and one of mine is a very big art oil painting, and it's my favorite piece. So yeah, so I actually can be happy sleeping on the floor, only on a mattress, and just looking at my piece.
Surrounded by art. And so,
Yeah.
is this the piece behind you? Is that?
No. As I said, so I'm stranded. So I'm literally stranded by lockdown. So this is because I'm in a hotel. So this is selected by someone who built this hotel. So it's not me. So I'm not responsible for the bunny feet behind my head.
Coming out.
No, please not. Don't judge me about that one.
What's your guilty pleasure?
My guilty pleasure. Okay, my guilty pleasure. Let me think about that. Okay, actually I have two. So one is I'm in love with pickles. Sometimes, yes, sometimes me and my daughter, we sit in bed on a rainy day and we're watching videos on the laptop and having both a glass of pickles in our hand and eating them. That's one very funny thing. It's quite unusual because I don't think that most people like to eat a full glass of pickles. And the other hand is I'm in love with sour gummy bears. And very addictive, but only the ones from Germany because they're much more sour. And yeah, I have suppliers, they know this, and when they travel to Europe, they normally bring me kilos of sour gummy bears.
The way to your heart is a bowl of pickles.
Yes,
a bowl of really sour.
It's very German, actually. It's a very German way of no chocolate, only sour gummy bears.
Those are excellent guilty pleasures. They're brilliant. Thank you so much for sharing. What's your most interesting project you've ever done?
Most interesting project I've ever done. I think it was my first big hotel project. It was with Fern & Ruffles. It's a new build project in Chengdu. And we did it, of course, Chengdu, it's now 6 years ago. So Chengdu is not really a city where people go often, and not many people know it. So it's a 15 million people city. And during the time, so we had not really many high 5-star properties there, but we had a quite interesting client, and we did it together with, so I was in lead as design director, and we did it together with HBA. So that's quite, was a very, very nice project. So I would say very interesting, very, very, very nice. Very.
And so Vera, who's your hero?
My hero? My daughter, actually. So, you know, she's 14 now, and she lives far away from me. Most people don't know that I haven't a child. So she lives in Thailand, in Bangkok. And so she managed her life quite well. I mean, she lives with her father, but you know, I think it's not easy being far away from one part of your family, and so she handles us quite well, and I think that's quite amazing. So I think
that's good. Wonderful answer, and probably a fantastic product of her parents. Okay, so what's your favorite thing about this industry?
My favorite thing about the industry? Oh, that's very easy. I think we are privileged. We're very privileged. We can travel. We can cover this all up as inspiration journeys. We can go to art exhibitions. You can see a lot of things. You meet nice, interesting people, and you can create something new every day. I mean, that's something. I mean, you literally create your work environment, and you create your outcome. I think there are not many jobs who offer this. So I think that's very specific on on our job and on our profession. So, I mean, it's not really, of course, it's always the same. If you have a project, it's always the same. You have to design, you have to do, but you change the outcome every day. So, and it's really something very amazing. And if you see it later on and you can say, oh, I built this, this is quite cool. I mean, if you're an accountant, you cannot really see, okay, what did you do? So we really have an outcome, like an architect who builds a building, and we build then the interior or even the building too, but that's quite interesting. That's amazing. So it's really something you have, something you can show, something you can experience. You go inside and you feel what the person really thought about it when he or she created it. Yes, I think that's amazing.
Yeah, totally. Okay, so top 3 dinner party guests.
My top 3 dinner party guests. Okay, let me think. Dead or alive? Dead or alive, or fictional, or non. Okay, so then I would like to invite Audrey Hepburn, because I think an amazing, stunning woman with a heart of gold. The second, I would like to have on the table, let me see, Michelle Obama, same. And the third one, Gabrielle Chanel.
Okay, my last question for you then, Vera, is what does design mean to you?
Oh, that's good. Actually, we have on our webpage, we have a claim saying we live design as company, and I think it says a lot. So for me, it's very, or my team, which is quite diverse, because it's not only designers in it and not only architects. So we have artists, we have people who just do it as passion, they never learned it, very autodidactic. I think it's about that you're passionate about what you do, and that you have to live design. So everything, so for me, everything has to have a certain aesthetic. So without being overdone. So I really like to create beautiful things, and I think that's what it's about. So I think we also reflect this a bit in our clients. So it's a specific kind of clientele who approaches us as their designer. Yes. So because they know it's more, maybe more artistic, more a bit different than the usual thing, and maybe sometimes for them also a bit more time consuming, and they don't understand why they now not just get a plan and thing, and it's like they get tons of sketches and tons of pictures and whatever. So it's really it's live design. So I think it's design is in everything, as you said. So what's inspiration? I think everything is inspirational for a designer. So pictures, art, music, the sky. When you fly and you look outside, you see a great, amazing sky. So it's also like, but design is life. So if you see it quite open and you enjoy it, I mean, usually when we're not locked up.
That's it. Well, it's everywhere, isn't it? Well, thank you so much for joining us for Index Meets this week, Vera. It's been really interesting to speak with you. Thank you so much. Next time when we see each other, I'll be sure to be bringing some sour gummy bears. I love your philosophy that design is life. I think that's a really great place to finish off today's interview. So thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much for having me, and all the best. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.